Hello, everybody! Everybody, my name is Christian Doyle. This is Chris Odie. We are members of Hat Trick Pony Improv and Zombie Orpheus Entertainment. Welcome to Gamers Live Ultimate Dungeon Showdown.
I'm going to do a sound check right now. Yeah, it's on. Cool.
Cool. That is good news.
No, I knew Nathan had turned it off during warm-up, so
that guy can't leave him anywhere. No. How's everybody doing this morning? Did you get some sleep? I'm sorry. The correct answer is, what the heck is sleep? It's okay. You're all here. We're all here. I think we're going to get through the show today.
Yes.
It should be no problem. We just have to make stuff up for 2 hours and keep it entertaining, right?
Which is always easier when we're all sleep deprived. So,
yeah, absolutely.
We're good for that one.
It's like being funnier when you're drunk.
Yeah, so we have a special show for you this morning, and I know Christian's going to tell you a little bit about it, but first, I'm actually going to go through all of the housekeeping stuff.
Yeah, do your business.
I should call it housekeeping. It's important stuff. Well, housekeeping's important.
We're like together. We're like a mullet. You know, he's the business in the front, and I'm the party in the back.
It's not the first time he's compared me to a mullet. That's the best part.
You see it, right?
Yeah. So, so if you didn't already know, we're Zombie Orpheus Entertainment. We're at booth 100, as we have been for the last several years. We are so excited to be here at Gen Con 2019.
Yes,
I think you are too. Is that fair to say?
Tell.
Fantastic. We've been doing Gamers Live here at Gen Con since 2012. This is actually our 12th show on this stage. We are really, really excited and honored to be entrusted with
the Dirty
brunch.
Dozen is today.
Yes, Dirty Dozen today. So this has just been a kick for us. If you didn't know, we're doing film screenings in the Westin all weekend. We screened almost 30 hours of content this week, and at least a few bits of it was watchable. So we appreciate that. And we're running RPGs in room 143. If you didn't know about that, The Demon Hunter is a comedy of terrors. Tomorrow morning, how many of you are going to the Q&A? 11 o'clock? Fantastic. We are going to have a Q&A in room 111. I forgot it again.
I don't even know how that happened.
It's literally just one number to remember.
111. That's it.
It's even my pin.
Anyway, you should have left your wallet backstage, bud.
No, I trust these people, all of them. But except for that one.
Even that one? Yeah, like that one right over there. I don't know.
But tomorrow, 11 a.m., because then we can sleep in room 111 here in the convention center as a Q&A. That's going to be a great time to learn about all the fun stuff we've got coming up next, including the stuff we're doing on Twitch.
Yes.
Did you know we're on Twitch right now?
We are. We're streaming on Twitch right now, which means this is going to be the second ever nipple-free Gamers Live.
True.
Thank you, No, it's just terms of service. They let us get away with a lot otherwise.
Yes.
Like that free Amazon Prime Plus account.
Yes.
Thank you for correcting the thing I made up.
That's a good yes and right there. It was nice. So we do several shows on Twitch already. We have our Homebrew Masters of the Metaverse, which is a great chaotic show that we do on Monday nights. We've been doing a version of a BattleTech-inspired show called Death from Above. And
one of our aims on our Twitch channel is to prove that there are other games other than Dungeons & Dragons, even though we love Dungeons & Dragons.
And we recognize no one will watch us as a result.
That's fine.
But we're still having fun together. So we have this BattleTech-inspired show, Death from Above, big stompy robots. Mm-hmm. So you know we're taking it very seriously. And Christian is working on a new show with our good friend James. Golden Guns.
A little something related into what we did last night, somewhat. Mm-hmm. If you were here for that, that's the only spoiler you get.
Yep.
Sorry.
And today's show, I can't give you a ton of details, but today's show, Ultimate Dungeon Showdown, you keep that name in mind because you're going to hear that again down the road. We have gotten something special planned for that. But you can catch us on twitch.tv/Zombie Orpheus, and then we want to thank a bunch of people.
Get to thanking.
Okay. So we want to thank Sarah, Brad, A.K. Red, Austin, Brian, and others, because I will always not get everyone. I want to thank Elizabeth, Mark, Nate, Tom, Derek, James, John, Will, Jeff, Chris, not me, Gen Con itself, Amanda, Scott. Sirenscape is here.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about Sirenscape before we move on. As you know, we have our audience members roll dice for us because we can't be trusted because we are dirty, dirty cheaters. So Sarah's going to be helping you guys roll dice down here. First person to roll a 20 today not only is going to get this delightful $20 gift certificate to Sirenscape, but a 1-year subscription. It's a good deal. In case you're wondering what Sirenscape is, You're hearing it right now.
And then we also want to. Are we?
And I'll give away a free 20 spot to anybody who rolls a 20 on that sucker. Okay? How about that for everybody?
I like how you said that you will give it away.
Thank Sirenscape.
Yeah, exactly. Now, see, I like how you said you will give it away as if you had bought them all for them. That was a nice,
Yeah, like I went and got them a present.
Exactly.
But really, it's just Sirenscape being awesome. Thank you,
for that.
Sirenscape. I feel my power returning.
Yeah. We also want to thank all of the Zombie Orpheus Patreon backers. You guys do so much work for us, and your support is what allows us to make it through the year. So thank you so much for that as well. If you haven't checked out our Patreon, there's some wonderful backer rewards there, including a free subscription to the Fantasy Network, which is our collaboration with several other independent filmmakers where you were able to catch independent fantasy, sci-fi, etc., web series and shows and films that you won't catch anywhere else.
It's another streaming service, but you don't have to pay for it.
And we'll be talking a little bit more about that at the Q&A tomorrow at 11, or if you stop by booth 100. What's the booth number again? 100. I like that someone just said 111 to me. I'm really hopeful the Q&A is there next year, and I might remember. But yeah, swing by booth 100. We can talk to you about all that good stuff. And we also, of course, want to thank the viewers at home, including the folks watching on Twitch. I think my folks might be watching today.
Oh, God, they are going to be so ashamed.
I know. That's right. That's great.
I mean, again.
Wait, what?
Nothing?
Oh. That's what we
That's the housekeeping?
That's the housekeeping.
All right. Let's break down the rules. Today's going to work a little different, but the same, you see? That way your expectations are kept, but still turned on their ear a little. It's called storytelling. So, what we are going to do is we are going to sit down and we are going to play a game of Dungeons & Dragons. Or are we? No, we're not. Today is Ultimate Dungeon Showdown. Today, there are no characters. We are playing ourselves. I have no need to be Gary today, for I am Christian Doyle.
Yes.
He's going to be Chris Odie. And this is a little game we like to do where we play against each other in Gamers Live. It's a head-to-head competition where the three of us go for the best score. Whoever wins gets to GM next year. Simple as that. Now, the problem is I only have 2 judges. I need 3 to do proper scoring. So I'd like to invite my good friend, Mad Mike Leonard, up here. He makes lots of art. Look him up on the internet. He is going to have the very difficult job of writing down numbers and holding them up. We're not making him talk today, but I do want your honest opinion about our performances, okay? So make the numbers reflect that in any way you can.
I think it's also worth pointing out that since we're doing this to you right now, Mike, I'm sorry we love you. I'm not sorry that we love you. I'm sorry that because we love you, this is what we do to people who we love.
We do this to people.
You should see what happens backstage. But the thing that I had to point out was at the end of the show last night, he presented us with a full color 3D rendered artwork of all of our party. From the show.
Of the show that we had just
done. That he did over the course of the show.
He's a very talented man.
It was awesome.
Seriously, look him up. But I've got a seat for you right over here. You get the best view of the show, which is the audience faces and my butt.
All right.
This is
And you want an honest score for everything.
Well.
All right. Honest score for everything.
All right. So other than that, we're going to have 2 of our other colleagues, of course, being the judges. There are only 3 contestants today. Before we get started, I want to bring on last year's winner of the Ultimate Dungeon Showdown and this year's Dungeon Master, Mr. Keeson Holt. Wait, did he just say Hail Hydra? Oh, the mic's wrong. Hey, good morning. How are you doing today?
So, that's what happened. I'm the GM. I won last year, so I'm the current reigning champion. I'm not performing or participating in today's competition, so I can't lose my championship. I am the forever champion. It's on camera, so it's legal now. Last year we had the Ultimate Dungeon Showdown. It was the first time we did it. This time, since I'm running the show, we're going to do things a
Is his mic on?
Oh, I'm trying to subtly figure out if your mic is on or not. And since I failed the stealth check, I just thought I'd announce it.
Sorry, I turned it off because I had to fart earlier, and I wasn't sure what was on. I didn't want the vibrations to hit the mic. It's things I think about in the morning.
So I tell you what, as a redo, let's clear the stage, hit the theme song, and do what we were going to do for a bit.
Oh, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, forget what you just saw.
Attention, Gen Con attendees. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, your sultans of satire, deliverers of delirium, and jovial gestures of jocularity, in association with Hat Trick Pony Improv and Sirenscape, welcome you to the 2019 edition of Gamers Live Ultimate Dungeon Showdown. Now shout it out loud as we get ready to RPG, 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 RPG.
Welcome to 2019 Ultimate Dungeon Showdown in Indianapolis, Indiana at Gen Con 2019 in the Indiana Convention Center. I'm Nathan Knockout Rice.
And I'm just plain Chris Odie. It's a beautiful day outside, so we're excited to be in here.
We'll be your commentators for the match today, and boy, what a match it is. We are excited, aren't we, Chris?
Oh, it's a real kerfluffle that's coming on up.
That's right, and who's going to start our kerfluffle, Chris?
Well, we are proud to announce the defending champion of the only time we've run this here. The one, the only, the man whose mic is, I hope to God, still on. Keeson, ya boy.
All right!
That's right, I am Keeson, and I will be the GM for today's and for the 2019 Ultimate Dungeon Showdown. Before I get started, I just want to do a recap of what you are going to see. We're going to see multiples encounters by our players, the professional players, who will then be judged by the 3 judges on a 10-point critique score based on their character, what they do, and the third one. At the end, whoever accumulates the most points, including the overall team score, will be the 2019 champion. My friends, without further ado, shall we get our players out here on the stage?
Let's get ready to fumble!
And just a solid-looking lineup we have today, Nate, that I'm really excited to watch them perform and to not have to do this myself.
That's right, Chris, because they're going to go through hell today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we will probably cause some of it.
That's right. Let's go through them in order. First up, on the left for those of you watching at home, and also those of you watching live, but not for those of you watching backstage, Christian Doyle. Now, Christian is known as a very versatile, dynamic performer with a preference for both combat characters, but also a preference for charisma and guile.
Yeah, although we have to acknowledge that Christian is working with a serious handicap this morning, as he is not a morning person.
That's right. That is gonna really work against him, Chris. Until it's about 1 p.m., Christian just isn't fully functional.
Yes, Christian Standard Time is its own recognized time zone in the United States of
Half
Christian.
of me is better than all of them.
Bold words from a bold man.
Now, given that we've just introduced Christian Doyle, I think it's only fair that we now bring up the better half of the duo, Miss Maggie Doyle, Mrs. Maggie Doyle.
Hello.
Maggie Doyle, of course, well known for her propensity to embody the cuteness of the corgi, the dexterity of the archer, and just her general fieriness.
It's because it's red.
Yes, I'm also not a morning person. This is going to be a rough show, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I had a lot of caffeine, way more than normal. We'll be fine. All right, Maggie Doyle, ladies and gentlemen. And then, hailing also from Tacoma, Matthew Shimkus.
Now, you know, Matt Shimkus, I gotta say, Shimmy is really a wild card today. While he has not performed in necessarily as many shows here at Gen Con on Gamers Live, he is a man of 1,000 voices and talents, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna make him run through the ringer today.
That's right. He also has a strong preference for fighters. Back in Moscow in 2014, he managed to get a fighter and swept the competition. If he gets one of those today, it could be very tough for his competitors.
And the simple fact that he can bench press the rest of us combined does give him a certain advantage.
That's right. And it looks like Keeson is ready to assign the alignments.
In just a bit, we are going to assign the alignments. And for the characters that we have today, let's endow you.
Okay.
Sure. With the players the characters you will be playing today.
Yeah.
Christian, would you like to go first?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to change things up a bit.
All right. Whatever
All
you
right.
need. Whatever you need. I'm ready.
We're going to have you choose between 3 classic types. Fighter, mage, sneaky stab guy. All right? I'm going to give you the chance for first pick if you can guess how many fingers I'm holding up, Christian.
Is it 4?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks for breakfast this morning. All right. So, Christian,
Anytime.
since you won the coin toss, I'll allow you first pick between fighter, mage, sneaky stabs.
All right. So I got to go with strategy here, Keeson. Obviously, I don't want Shimmy to get the fighter.
No.
That's going to be bad for everybody. But if things go bad, I want to be able to take the fighter out. So sneaky stab guys for me.
All right. Thank you very much. You will be endowed as the rogue. Next up, Maggie. The
I
choice
just
is
got put in a really hard position. Well, look,
you
okay.
made it dirty.
Yeah, I mean, no, because, like, obviously, he's a good fighter,
Yes.
right? So do I want to be the fighter? But what if he's an amazing mage and I don't know that he's an amazing mage?
Trust your heart, Maggie. Trust your heart.
Ooh.
It's been decided. Fighter.
Fighter. Suck it!
Maggie, you may have a seat.
Thank you.
Matt?
Yeah.
Just stay sitting down.
Oh.
I don't want you to be taller than me. Be taller than me in front of camera. I don't like being short on camera. All right, now that we have our 3 classes, let's give them something else. Usually we'll pick a class and a race from a typical fantasy setting, but I need some races from you. Who here has a race for me?
Squirrel.
Right there. Cyborg fighter, or cyborg mage.
Mage.
Sorry. From over here, I need a race that should have been added to like every first edition, but just doesn't make it on the first cut. Right there. What was it? A cellophant.
Wait, so okay, yeah, okay.
Cellophant. Half centaur, half elephant.
Oh.
From last night's show.
From last night's show, half centaur, half
That's what we
elephant.
call a callback.
Yeah.
That's good. I thought they said sell a bit.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Cellophant, I'm in.
Over here, I need one more. And this isn't, yeah, you just rose your hand so politely. What would you like to see? Oh, we do have a cyborg sorcerer already. What would be the second thing you'd like to see? You know what? Don't say maybe, it is an elf. We're gonna take elf.
Can I be a space elf?
It has been decided. All right, while the 3 players are sitting down there, we have their alignments right here. Throughout the course of the matches and all the encounters, you'll be secretly judged on your alignment. But to twist! The players do not pick their alignment, they'll be picked by you. Second Pepsi twist. They will not know their alignment until the very end when they receive their scores.
All right. All right.
Okay.
We'll do 1, 2, C. All right. We'll come right down here.
And if the contestants could please enter the isolation chamber by covering your eyes.
All right. Who would like to help
And
me
do
out?
not say their alignment out loud,
Yeah,
thank you,
don't
audience.
say it, because it makes the game two things, stupid and over.
And Keeson, in case you didn't know, you'll have to bring that back here so we can put it on screen for the audience to see.
Oh, I know. This one? Cool. We'll put this one in early.
Now, I gotta say right now, Nathan, this is an interesting technique Keeson's using, walking into the audience where the cameras cannot see him well.
That's right. He's obviously not an actor by trade, because no actor could ever leave in front of the camera willingly.
Must say, though, he is a snazzy dresser. I am actually wearing, as we refer to it, a Keeson shirt in his honor.
It is indeed snazerific, snaztastical, snazaroony. All right, and we have the results for Matt Shimkus. The alignment is going to be...
And remember, we are keeping this a secret from the contestants.
For Maggie Doyle, we have... And lastly, for Christian Doyle, we have... All right. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
This is some pretty messed up stuff right here, guys.
Can we?
I do believe it is now time for the ceremonial opening
Can we
song
look?
of Ultimate
Can we-
Dungeon Showdown,
Which will be sung by...
the contestants themselves in the style of Fred Schneider.
of the B-52s.
If the three of you could please come to center stage and sing the anthem of Ultimate Dungeon Showdown.
If you're able to, please stand up.
Well,
Take it away.
Shall we?
yep. It's the Ultimate Dungeon Showdown!
We're gonna play some RPGs.
Role playing is fun.
Roll the dice, win the prize.
Then take down your opponent.
Get treasure and take it home.
My eyes are made of candy.
Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Give a round of applause.
That was beautiful. As an extra treat today, they're doing the second verse in an operatic style. In the voice of Fred Schneider.
You tenor or baritone?
I don't care, man.
I don't know. So like,
This
Wait,
Fred
I think the
Schneider
real
thing
question is like, how many points will we get docked if we don't do it?
If we all get docked the same amount of points for
Then
not
we're-
doing
then
it,
we're
then we're
still
good.
even.
All right, let's sit.
Ultimate Dungeon Showdown. Ultimate Dungeon Showdown.
That will suffice. Thank you very much.
I gotta
Give a round of
say,
applause.
playing the sneak thief, that was a really smart move by Christian Doyle there. Right true to character. He's gonna get some bonus points for that if I remember to write it down.
That's right. As we remember, it is early in the morning, and you may totally screw him over.
All right, now that we have our classes and our characters and our alignments, let's game. Thank you for joining me today. We will start our story in a magical place called Graciana.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The story of Graciana is old, but also troubled.
Oh.
For many, many, many years, as far back as anyone can remember, there's been a curse. A curse placed upon it. Not a curse sentencing death, despair, or destruction, but a curse for lack of love.
Aww.
We find three travelers, old friends, sitting down, having a cup of drink, in a pub. While enjoying their beverages and satiations, they are approached by a stranger. This stranger, wearing a hood, with just a little bit of tuft of hair showing from underneath. Silver, much like silver. The stranger cautiously approaches the three champions, sits down at their table, and utters a plea for help.
May I join you, heroes, for I have a plea for help from you.
Well, if you need our help, you're free to sit down.
Thank you. Make yourself comfortable.
What can we, Adventurers 3, do for you?
We here in this small town have been beset by a curse.
Oh.
Perhaps that is why you are here. Is it?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Thank the gods! We finally have some heroes to help rid us of our curse.
Oh no, it's fine. We got it. We got it. Come on.
Is that contagious?
One more time.
It might
One
be.
more time.
It's okay.
I
it's
cast
okay.
Detect Disease.
All right, already we have some very interesting intrigue, although I have to say, I didn't think Christian was really playing up his alignment in that scene.
Yeah, it was a little iffy right there. I'm hoping more from him later on. It was a little understated, but you know, it's early in the game.
Very smooth, very smooth.
The GM has recognized that Matt wishes to detect disease.
Yes.
All right? For this particular case, we're going to have you roll for it.
Oh.
The first fumble of the day, the anti-waffle, as it were.
However, I do think this is a case of assisting him in playing his alignment.
True.
Matt, your character feels that there is something ailing this man, but you fear that all hope is lost. Even dealing with this person seems like a waste of time. There are others you could use this time to help.
All right, yeah, no, just come on. You got it. You got it.
Oh, it's the
He's
curse.
he's a hopeless case.
It's the curse.
It's hopeless?
Yes.
Oh, I stab him.
Tell us
That was a bold move by Maggie Doyle there, and not necessarily in character either.
Well, at the same time, it could be argued that it is in keeping with her alignment. She did immediately act on the information.
True.
What does that mean? Oh! I got it.
that quick?
Wow.
Maggie, the GM recognizes you wish to assault the NPC.
Yes, I do.
All right, you will have to roll for it. This will, you have to roll for it.
You got this. You got this.
Four.
Action point.
5.
Action negative.
6. 5. 4. 4.
3, 4,
5.
3, 5, 6.
Oh my gosh.
I can't tell. I'm blind.
7.
7. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
6
we're gonna kill him.
Maggie, as you make the motion from patting and consoling to stabbing
Yeah.
and stabbing,
Not consoling.
It's almost like a dance move.
your dagger makes it through the stranger's robes and hoods, but out the other side. Boy, there's nothing but bones underneath.
What?
Oh, skin and bones. Skin and bones.
Oh.
He's not just a skeleton.
Okay.
There's a skeleton inside of him.
But
He's
there's
not
like-
just a skeleton.
But are there other things as well?
Yes, pockets. You hit his pockets.
Oh, okay.
But you do not strike your target. Thank you.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
I didn't request that you stab him. I just said he was a hopeless case.
Well, if he's hopeless, then thank you.
Why?
Oh.
And why do you
It's,
continue so?
And vaguely erotic.
No, this is part of the curse. I am undesirable. I cannot find love. And you're stabbing me for it?
Well,
Yeah.
I did say he was a hopeless case.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Would you like us to make you desirable?
Please. Yes, rid us of the curse.
I'm going to give him a makeover.
This is a bold and inventive move by Christian, who is known for bold and inventive moves. This could be his coup in this encounter, or it could be his fatal error.
Christian, the GM recognizes that you wish to provide a makeover
Yeah,
for the NPC.
and I want to use my performance bonus since I'm a charisma-based rogue.
Noted.
I'd like to assist.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will also assist.
Oh, no.
I will offer a bonus 4 added on to your roll for the makeover roll.
All right, sounds good. Help me out.
7.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'll use a little glamour to kind of like
All
make
right,
over
let's
your
have a seat
face.
here. First, let's take off this
I guess I'll
stupid
just
hood.
be over
Oh,
here.
Great,
much
look
better.
at
Now-
you,
now,
all right.
Now stand up straight. Yes, go.
I'm going to sit over here now.
Good idea.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh, I hear you so much better.
Champions, while performing a makeover with a roll of 7 with the addition of 4 and the action points I've seen while that's being calculated, at this point, it is just enough to do something to help this very, very homely person. However,
I was just thinking smoky eyes.
once you took off the hood, you realized something. The silver hair you saw adorned across his skull and pate was nothing more than a wig. Because as it fell off, you recognized this poor soul as none other than the deity, Eros.
Oh, what's Eros a deity of?
Oh, kind of like love and stuff. He's like Cupid, but instead of a cute little baby, he's like, ooh, what's up? I'm spelling.
So I just tried to kill a god.
You missed.
I did miss. I did. Hey, thank you for missing, actually. Thank you.
However, you do see this because once you see the face of a god, you realize something else.
What?
Others around you notice too. But they are not as taken back. All 3 of you, roll a looky-round check to look around. 14.
That's a good looky
Second
round.
roll.
All right. Yeah.
14.
Yeah. Hey,
Final
girls,
roll.
14s.
10.
All right.
Not bad.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Thank you.
Aw,
An 11.
An 11.
we'll take it.
Upon looking around, you notice Christian, Maggie,
Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you.
Now, we'll pass.
Yeah, we'll talk afterward.
you notice the other patrons at the bar do not seem as enthused of seeing Eros in their establishment. They think maybe we should put some arrows in arrows. But
It
they
is
realize-
possible for the DM to lose points.
But they realize they're indoors, so they just use like stabby weapons.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I mean, that's a god, but people are not happy.
That's a god.
Now, I think we're looking at our first large encounter here, Nathan. I see a number of
a love
additional
god. A love
NPCs
god. Right.
entering the field. It will be
So-
fun to see how the contestants deal with this.
We should protect the god.
Are they
Well-
after him or are they
Well,
after
They
They-
seem unhappy to see him.
This is tough because they can't love, but it's his fault that they can't love. So I understand where they're coming from.
She stabbed me!
Yeah, because you were useless.
I said he was hopeless, not useless.
I'm a
It's a
fighter.
little
I don't
different.
listen the whole way.
Right.
I just stab.
As you see the angry patrons approach, you notice that they have a penchant for poking you. They draw their weapons. Roll for initiative. High for the champions. Low for the enemies. Enemies, attack first. brandish their weapons. They are nothing more than common folk with weapons. Let's see how this pans out.
They're attacking the arrows.
They're attacking him? Oh, this is unexpected, Nathan. This is really unexpected.
All right, they all attack as a mob upon arrows. Roll.
That's good.
That is pretty good for common folk, I've got to say, especially attacking a god, even a god of love, who is probably not terribly offensive.
Well, and at the end of the day, I think it just proves the importance of communication in relationships, you know?
I would agree, Chris. It's important to have open communication, the more you know.
Champions, as you watch before you, even though Maggie's sword did not hit true when she tried to attack him, for some reason, the commoners are having no problem mollywopping this demigod. It is a very pronounced trouncing. But challengers, it is your turn to react.
I roll for stealth.
I cast Wall of Force between the god and the patrons.
Maggie, what would you like to do?
Who do you want? Who are we attacking?
It's not that I don't want you to win, honey. It's just that I want to win. So.
Right. But if you win,
him.
I win. Oh!
Wait a minute. I'm a battlefield control mage, so I just want to split everybody up. So
That also means you only have like 16 hit points.
Yeah, that's okay though, right?
Yep.
So,
Mage armor!
we have the stealth roll from the rogue. Roll. Oh.
13. Not bad.
You can't see me.
Your rogue has disappeared. Matthew, it is your turn.
Wall of Force.
And just a 6. And Maggie, what was your action again?
Because I'm a cellophant, my hoof, my hands go to hoofs, and I attempt to do a sword attack, but oh no, it's so heavy!
Well, this is interesting. We already have our first double cross of the match in the very first encounter.
Yeah, well, we've also got just alignment confusion all over the place. I mean, Maggie's basically playing Shimmy's alignment, Shimmy's playing you, and Christian's, I'm not sure what's going on.
He's just way too smooth and confident, and it's like he has no existential crises.
I am just aghast at the situation.
With one of your members gone, one of them failing to perform, and the other one attacking him, Arrows continues to be trapped. All the common folk and patrons inside the bar start attacking him again, but as they appear closer, you notice their eyes rage a glowing, fiery red.
Oh.
Ooh, they are not themselves travelers. It seems they are under the influence of alcohol because they're in a pub, but also magic, maybe. For this second round, Christian, you are still invisible, or sneaking rather. What would you wish to do?
Well, I'm not really sure that I could do anything effective. I'm probably not up for it. I guess I'll try and stab some of them if I can do it, which I probably can't because I suck at everything.
What is this? What is this?
My warm?
For a moment, I thought you were genuine for a second.
No.
For a moment.
I am going to attempt to sneak attack the lead attacker.
Oh. Very wise, champion. Very wise. Maggie, what do you wish to do after trying to attack your...
I'm just sheathing it. I'm just putting it away. That's really what was happening. Just like a freak out. Just, fake.
Yeah, sure.
And then because I'm a cellophant, with my horse hooves, and since there's so many of them, I'm gonna get in the group and I'm gonna start just smacking them real hard.
Oh, you're gonna Christopher Reeves them. It's not though. It's been a while. Let it go.
Just gonna do that.
And,
I didn't say Lady Catherine the Great, Emily. I mean, that
come on, too soon. Matt, what would you wish to do?
I cast Flaming Grasp on the bar and set it on fire.
The GM's going to look over at the notes to see. The GM will allow it. The GM will allow it. All right, so we have a sneak attack. trample, and arson. First, the rogue makes a sneak attack. Ha! He surprised the villains.
Now I'd like to make a quick disguise check as a free action.
I will allow this bonus action.
Hey, what's
It's
up, guys?
okay.
Are we beating this god or what? Let's take him down. Yeah. All right.
You successfully blend in with the mob. Next, Maggie. Ow, ow, goddamn, ow, ow. Ow, ow.
Oh no, it looks like Christian has put
I-
himself in the line of fire.
I would like to use a movement to just sit as well.
All right. Let's see what
Because
the roll.
the bottom half's elephant.
Let's see what the roll says. Not only do you trample through the mob, with enough force running in, you gain enough momentum to make a clear, direct line of attack, going through all of them, including your rogue friend. By the way, the sit was successful. Finally, Matt.
I set the bar on fire.
Burning down the house.
20.
Arson, arson, arson.
Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe
And
not.
then they never let us come back to Gen Con.
Yeah, maybe.
Thank you for chanting that instead of fire.
It's a theater. It's a theater.
It was successful. Your magic emits from your fingers in sparks, igniting the back bar. Dark bourbon, light bourbon, the more flavorful flavors and spirits and liqueurs, all doused in spray, making a colorful flames decorating the back line. The patrons still in lose the redness in their eyes as they storm out in orderly
Outside.
fashion.
Outside, everybody. Outside.
Very carefully down the stairs, exiting the bar safely.
Where did the rum go?
I would. Oh crap! No, that's the bottom half.
As they all leave, the heroes also make their way out of the burning bar, I assume, along with Arrows, the weary traveler.
Wow, the first encounter, that was just all over the place. What are you thinking right now?
I don't know. I'm thinking that there were a few subtle things we saw there. For one thing, I think Christian really went against his alignment by blending in with the crowd. He obviously does not want to be associated with everybody else. He wants to be different and known for that.
Yeah, well, and just in terms of even the overall encounter design, I think that was the first time that we have seen the NPC, the target as it was about to appear of the champions themselves, being turned on by the whole fan base.
It is a very interesting twist. Now, one thing that I did appreciate was Maggie, we saw, sat on the god. And as we know, since her lower half is elephant, she's going to remember a lot about that encounter because she has an ass that doesn't forget.
The irony, of course, being that last night she endowed Shimmy with an ass that doesn't quit.
Yeah, that's
It does
teamwork.
keep going and going.
Congratulations, champions. You made it out of the burning pub with the quest giver.
Yeah.
He looks up, still weary-eyed, head as bald as a baby's bald head. He looks up, tells you his woes, how he fell from grace, lost his powers, and the curse was spread across the land of Graciana. Thank you, he says. You've helped me, he says. I still need your help, he says. Yet also, who are you, he says. Players, introduce your character to this character.
My name is.
Stand up and do it, go.
Yeah, you gotta take the bell.
What's my name?
Roll
original.
Rogar, the entirely original cyborg sorcerer.
Rogar steps forward for his introduction.
That's me.
Oh, short and sweet. Short and sweet. Next up, Maggie.
Batina the Babar.
Batina, introduce
Batina.
yourself to Eros.
Eros. Oh, thank you. My name is Batina.
I'm right here. You don't need to shout.
Oh, it's just part of how I'm built. I'm very loud.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
How did you lose your power?
Sneak attack!
You know, I gotta give Christian major props there. He is leaning into at least half of his alignment like a beast. In hindsight, I'm realizing we basically are asking him to play himself.
In some ways, at least a younger version of himself if you take the whole alignment together.
This is true. This is Dorcas Rising level Christian Doyle.
That's right.
I think we're ready with the score, though, if the GM is.
The GM recognizes the sneak attack. I will allow it. Roll for the sneak attack. Oh. 17. Are those positives or negatives?
They're all positives.
If you want to get crazy, Christian, we can get crazy.
Will you allow an attack of opportunity?
You're going to attack me?
What is the total?
It's like about a 36.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, I would say yes, since you did have a hostile force immediately enter your space. However, you weren't occupied to introduce yourselves to Eros
I was.
in his mortal form as he asked for your help.
Yes, but horses have unbelievably good reflexes.
I thought that's what we were doing.
But the top half.
I do recognize that, but that was like over 30. So Christian, your character reemerges from the dispersed crowd, and you kill Eros in his mortal form. He is dead.
You asked my question for me, buddy.
I do recognize that. He was still immortal and depowered, so what you would usually get for a level 0 NPC commoner.
I'll take it.
15 experience
15,
points. There you go.
This game's about points, guys. Come on.
As you do so, however, a rush of adrenaline fuels through your body. It just goes right on in and it powers you up. You feel an anger of something mighty and then immediately subsides.
I'm sure I'm not in trouble with God.
In the middle of the street, the dead body of Eros lay.
Well, we're going to need to get rid of the evidence.
Can you light it on fire?
So were we not doing this?
Arson! I set him on fire!
Roll for the fire!
The target is prone.
Yeah. It's coming up. I was saving it. It's a 9th level spell.
All right. Right outside of the burning bar, you reignite your hands and do a human torch.
Whoa.
On
Flame on.
Eros. His body immediately catches on fire, engulfs in flame.
I'd like to make a cooking roll for s'mores.
I would allow it, but you simply lack the materials on your person at the moment.
Why don't you have that conjure marshmallow spell?
The ashes of the demigod, now in mortal form, blows away like dust in the air breeze. Oh!
Did you hear him as he walked off stage? He was like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
I thought I heard.
All evidence of the burning has been removed, save for one small thing laying amongst the ashes. It appears
It's a flannel shirt.
It was a really good shot,
shirt
dude.
you find, or is it end of first encounter?
All right, well, that was quite an interesting encounter, and it went quite a few different directions.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what the judges had to say about that, including the fact that I'm one of them. I should write down my scores.
All right, well, I will start first. I gave Maggie a 7.
Aww. I feel like that's generous. Thank you.
Not all of the alignment play was good, but a lot of the moves and strategy were pretty on point. I had originally given Matt a 5, but then at the very end, he made a move that required thoughtful foresight, and so I reduced his score to a 3 due to his alignment. And lastly, Christian had been all over the place with his alignment play, but I had to reward him for the backstab of Eros, and then when he actually committed deicide, his score went up to an 8.
Yeah, it was tough to get down the nuances of all of these, but after doing some really deep thinking about this, I came up that, similarly, I think when you really put it all together, looking at them as individuals, as a group, I thought Shimmy was a very solid 5. And, I think he can feel good about that. He was good with the alignment at times, not at other times. Some very creative moves there. Liked the arson, big crowd pleaser. I anticipate that's going to be a callback again. Mags, her play was, again, it was adorable. It was fun. It was very Maggie. It was just vintage Maggie. It was so good to watch. So I gave her a 5. And so we're going to go with that as what she did. Christian, I couldn't find him for some of the encounter. He did such an amazing job with his sneaking. I thought he'd actually left Gen Con. And then I remembered that I booked his flight, and there's no way he can go home yet. So, but when you put it all together, I had to give him a 5. And I just thought that was really, really indicative of the style that he had.
I was largely just tracking their alignment play. I think that's the most important thing in playing a character well. And with Matt, everybody was helping out with those negatives to make him seem a lot more stupid than he actually is, which is pretty impressive to be able to do. So I gave him a 3 for success on playing that alignment.
Oh, 3? Okay.
Maggie, however, I just couldn't see the level of not getting it. She tried good. She did get a couple of points, 2 points for Maggie, but she just fell short. Now Christian, I just don't know what to say. He is just the most incredible person in this group. And
Sounds like favoritism.
Mike, I got to ask for a second, Mike. I do notice there is a $20 bill in front of you.
I'll allow
Wait
it.
a minute. Donald Trump is not on the 20. Donald Trump is not on the 20. He gets a 1.
The bank account's in my name.
Only one of those is mine.
Oh, damn. One of these isn't his.
So, 1 for Christian.
It wasn't that
That's
one.
Just, no.
At the end of round 1, commentators, what are the scores?
Somebody is in the lead, and someone is behind.
Good enough for me.
I'm gonna put on the flannel shirt.
You put it on.
Yeah.
As
It didn't burn in the fire, so
I'm putting it on.
you put it on. As soon as you do, the world seems a bit clearer to you. Things just tend to make sense. Between people who are interacting and talking, you see almost a thread connecting these two. A thorough thread.
So your first time with a shirt?
Do you act, wait.
I mean, I know you usually prefer that I take them off.
I'm going to assume your character did a better job at just.
You know what? Don't.
As you do notice this thread seems to spread not just between people interacting, but everyone in the land of Graciana. The birds in the sky, there's a thread connecting them to every single living
We're
thing
all
within.
connected.
Ah. You've noticed this.
Cool. So to test a theory, is that there's like a bird and a tree. I'd like to cut that thread.
I will allow you to roll to cut that thread.
I just want to see what happens. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, all right.
Oh, look, there's a bird.
Oh, it's just the one? I appreciate your action point, but that was pretty dumb to use. And you're the only one to put it up. You must be really embarrassed. I'm sorry, that was rude. It's early. You take your weapon and you try to cut the thread that you only notice after adorning the rope that was left behind, but your weapon goes through it.
Oh.
The threads that you see don't seem to be tangible or concrete in this realm, or plain, if it were a plane.
Are they different colors?
Yes, they are. Some thicker than others. All seem to be made of the same material.
Oh, use one of the thicker colors.
What color is his and what color is his?
You notice the thread connecting between all three of you are white.
All three of us is white?
A plain
I mean,
white thread.
Super boring, super vanilla.
Just a very plain white thread.
Okay, what about like
I
other?
feel so small right now.
I'm gonna kiss the rogue and see if it changes colors.
Kiss the rug?
Kiss the rogue.
Oh, kiss the rogue. Does the rogue consent to a kiss?
Do I get a sneak attack bonus if I attack?
Does the fighter consent to a sneak attack?
No, not on the fighter. On the.
Oh, I am the fighter.
Oh.
I know we all just keep assuming it's Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at those arms. They're
I know
ridiculous.
they are.
But I'm doing this, guys. I'm doing the main
Now
thing.
kiss!
I just want to see. I'm testing a theory. Okay.
Roll for the kiss.
Oh, actually, that's good. You should do that. Oh, then a better one.
Maggie, your character, after kissing the rogue, your thread becomes thicker and changes from a light to a lighter shade of a red hue, almost pink.
Is my thread also getting thicker? It was a really good kiss.
It's just, Christian, it's just a very thin white thread.
I'm calling that a floor. I'm calling it a floor.
If you're just tuning in, make sure you check out the Twitch terms of service. We're still following them.
100%.
However, as the color of your thread changes, you notice that the people in Graciana seem to be a bit perturbed. You notice more of them approaching you.
Oh.
Just you, Maggie, after displaying that display of affection.
Oh.
People from all over start approaching, surrounding just you.
Oh.
Their eyes now glowing
Oh.
with that same red glow you saw in the
yeah.
pub.
I make a disguise check.
Roll for it. You left your disguise with the mob.
That sounds like me.
You got no more disguises left.
All right, I see this as we have two options. Either
Well, pick one of them.
I either cut all of you in half, or everyone makes out.
Ooh, an intimidation roll. Let's see how that works. Don't threaten us with a good time.
I like these guys are like, ooh, they're gonna make out. We all know how this is done, right?
Wait, is that the first 20? Yeah, it's the
First 20!
Congratulations, you win the year-long subscription to Sirenscape and a $20 gift certificate.
Maggie,
Yeah.
as you dished out your thread, you first challenged them with violence.
I did.
With an underhanded challenge of love.
Yeah. I wanted to see if they responded.
They do respond. First with anger, hate, confusion. But after a while, they're kind of like, yeah. They start feeling that love. Not a love for one another, but like a self-love. They all start making out with themselves.
Yes!
Not each other, themselves.
Yes! Good, this is good. That's good technique. Yes.
So good.
Deeper, feel it.
Oh no,
Connect.
it's
That's good. Maybe less tongue. All right.
Maggie, as you do this, you realize that the garment you picked up is now kind of glowing a bit.
Ooh.
And you hear a whisper in your voice. A whisper from the familiar voice, but just a tad bit stronger. You hear the sound of arrows in your ear. Everyone's still making out, but quiet this time. Eros whispers in your ear and tells you to return the garment to Reduc.
Anybody named Reduc? Hey, stop making out. Hey, anyone Reduc?
You know my name's not Reduc. You know that.
Anyone Reduc? You? Me, that guy?
Roll an insight check.
Maggie with a rare double 20. Just some fantastic display of dice usage by Maggie from a distance.
That's right. There is something to luck. It's called luck.
Maggie, when you were searching for this one named Reduc after following that, you notice that some people offer themselves claiming to be Reduc, but you know you must rebuke those fake Reducs.
Oh, then I kill him.
You do?
Well, if they say they're Reduc and they're not Reduc, I'm gonna kill him.
I think they're saying that they'll be Reduc for you.
Oh, well,
You're right, you should murder them. That'll get you extra points. And not count against you at all. It's a killing.
I'm just still making out with myself.
Do you need help with that? Because I got
No,
you.
I'm good.
Before you're able to brandish your weapon, you notice not just the people of Graciana are there, but everyone from Graciana spills out of their homes and workplaces, going towards this circle of loving and kissing. And they want in. Not just the people, the cows, the cats, the dogs. Every living animal in this town of Graciana is now after you, so they can get some kissy hugs from anyone or themselves.
oh yeah.
You know,
Oh my God, it's Gary.
There you go.
Me too.
you know that the three of you cannot.
Now, we are, of course, going to have to skip a lot of what follows because of the Twitch terms of service.
Of that, we are all thankful right now. Thank you, Twitch.
You notice that you cannot handle an entire population of
No,
a town.
this is overwhelming.
So what do?
We're gonna have to
I
run
cast
towards
meteor
Reduc.
shower.
Terms of service.
No, it's this one. It's this one. It's this one.
Oh, the robe. You're going to remove the robe.
Yeah.
You try to unrobe yourself, but it does not come off.
Oh God, now I have to
You're
put
gonna
it
need a
back
hand,
on.
aren't you?
Yeah.
It does not go on either. But droves upon droves of strangers are starting to approach, making lovey eyes and doing this. They want to be a part of something. They need this love, but it's driving them angry. Do you stay or do you go?
You've just got to let him know.
We're hightailing it towards Reduke.
You start to head out? You start to
yeah.
head out? You all start running.
I mean, we could toss a fireball behind us as we go if you really want to.
If we go, it may be trouble. If we stay, it may be double.
Right.
You just got to let me know.
I'll also poop as we go.
Delightful.
Look, if you want to change
And I'll
your
set it
mind,
on
I'll
fire.
let you to the end of time.
All right. As you make your escape, Christian, what will be your actions?
My actions are, one, to be better than everyone else.
That's not a playable action.
Don't
for
test
you.
him.
Better than everybody else, but I'm getting out of town. We're heading towards Reduke. I'm trying to just gather the party and move them, you know? Get them into the idea of leaving, you know? Just set a pace.
So just going.
Yeah, just going, but setting a pace, like that they want to follow. Maybe something with a nice beat that's easy to dance to.
Oh, okay. I got it. Maggie, what will be your action?
I'm gonna poop so that you.
Oh.
Because if they won't follow it, elephants take giant dumps.
That's why I don't follow elephants.
Yeah, so most people don't want to follow it.
You have yet to make it through a show without potty humor.
And Matt, as you leave, what will be your action?
Well, I mean, I'm going to light the poop on fire progressively as we go so they have something to follow out of the town.
All right. You start to make your escape for the chase. Let's first get the roll for the rogue. Setting a pace. Success.
Nice.
Oh, action point.
Oh, there's an action point.
You walk with a very good posture.
It's a negative action point.
Negative action point.
Oh, no, bad posture.
Bad
Your shoes
posture.
untied.
Oh, but then we had some positives. Negative.
Now, the rogue for the pooping.
Trust me, she doesn't need to roll for it.
17.
17,
Yes!
that's a success.
You could have passed with the 2. And finally, Matt. 11? With the combined of the pooping and with the 11, it's an extra type of poop. And those fumes from that methane just kind of rises up and it helps you ignite.
Congratulations, you've achieved arson.
Let's see that happen! As the horde of townfolk lurches towards you for hugs and smooches, you turn tail and run in place. Whoop.
What the hell kind of... Fire! Fire! Fire!
This is a fantastic display of role-playing and inventiveness. They are really in character here. I want to stop the tape right now. I want to replay. Let's focus in on Maggie's technique here. So let's focus in. Maggie is going to be our focus here as we go. Watch in slow-mo the way she delivers the payload. There's that look of utter concentration and contempt right on there. That is commitment to your action. She is not half-assing it, she is whole-assing it.
You know, it's moments like this, Nathan. It's moments like this where I really realized when Maggie first came on board, when Keeson first came on board, I was really concerned that they were just going to raise the bar, the level, the not the quality of our comedy, but the content of our comedy. And I'm so glad that it just fit in so naturally.
And comes out so naturally.
Thank you. Success, champions.
I pooped.
Why was I walking like that?
I burned something again.
How do you fail at walking?
I don't know, but you mastered it, my friend.
Thank you.
You were able, between the poop and the flames of the eventual arson, to widen the distance enough that the effect of the love that you showed wore off. After quite the distance, you see them stop trailing. They turn about, look, and head back to their lives.
Yeah, I'm never showing affection again.
Well, not in Graciana, but you hear the voice in your ear again. Find Raduk, Raduk, seek Raduk. But traveler, what is Raduk?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, what's Raduk? Come
I have
on.
no idea.
Learn, I would like to call upon my elephant wisdom.
Ah!
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
If it fails, I'll scry something.
Okay.
Peanuts, it says.
You connect to the ancestral place of where all elephants go, the elephant graveyard, to commune. Let's see if you are able to tap in to the prime pachyderms. Roll!
I hear them.
They hear you. They tell you this message. Oh, our lineage split at one point, and someone did it with the dude horse. But you are still our child, no matter how far down you are from our family tree to family trunk. So we will tell you, Raduk is no person, but a place. That's what an elephant ghost sounds like. You must go to the place of Raduk.
Awesome. Can we get a map?
Oh, it was okay. So this is so the stranger who was going to talk to you had a map on him.
But we burned it when we burned him.
But there was also another
set
map
that
in the
on
bar
fire.
in case you didn't see that. Which was
But
like
he
a big
burned
map.
that when he burned
Set
the
that on
bar.
fire too.
But the bartender knows a place for someone who can take you directly to Raduk. The bartender was in the bar. He was downstairs in the stock room.
Set on
You
fire
couldn't get out
too.
smoke
Get out,
inhalation.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
set him on fire too.
It's very sad.
Okay. Yeah.
Travelers, what will you do?
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Christian, how will you solve this problem of where to go but nowhere to know where to go?
Well, I do have knowledge history at a fairly decent level.
I set history on fire.
We're about to, my friend.
Yes.
Do it. So I'm going to see if I can remember anything from my studies that would lead me to Raduk.
Roll a knowledge of history.
I know right where we're going.
You say Raduk is back to where we came.
That's Graciana.
No, that's Graciana.
But they said Raduk there.
They did. That guy said Raduk.
Matthew, it is up to you. Can you help your crew find Raduk?
Okay, fine. I'll scry something. In fire.
All right. I want to see this. Row for the scrying. Oh.
Whoa.
You conjure a flame. It shows you an image.
Fingers for the flames.
Oh, sorry.
The image starts to wane.
Positive action point. Haha. So there. You got any more, buddy?
Being fire is hard. Company,
Come on,
somebody can be
fire. Somebody
Fire,
come
fire,
on.
come be
Get up
fire,
here.
come be fire.
One of you. Come on. Yes,
Yeah.
you.
Yes,
right here.
fire.
Right here. Give us like spirit fingers for the fire.
Yeah,
Yes.
fire.
Yes.
Oh,
Fire.
yeah, what do we see in
Yes.
this?
The fire contorts and changes shape. Then all of a sudden, an image manifests. It's a tower.
Ooh.
A tall tower with a pointy steeple.
Ooh. Yeah. Taller.
Taller tower. There we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that tower.
Check it out. Okay. Good.
It's
bigger.
so big.
Bigger. Come on. It's all about the fire.
Yeah,
Yes.
Keep going.
Make it happen. All right.
And at the top of the tower, you see a statue.
Oh.
A statue of a person weeping underneath. It says Raduk.
Found it.
Okay,
There it is.
but like, is there a map?
Oh, you just want to be? You want a map?
Yeah, why'd you do the whole tower thing?
Okay.
I mean, like,
I dismissed the fire.
The fire was dismissed As the flames died out, the statue on top of the steeple from the very tall tower that you saw that the fire created disappears. In its place is an open sky. But if you look kind of to your left, just a little bit
yeah,
westward,
okay.
you see a tall tower.
Okay,
It's a tall tower.
Okay.
Just right above the tree line.
Okay.
Excellent.
Travelers, methinks you have the way you need to go.
We go that way.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be 3750.
That will end.
Double time marching style.
Second encounter has ended. Judges.
All right, well, let's start. Christian really is just not going into that alignment. He still seems self-assured. He's not whining at all, which is also odd for him. I have to give him a 3 on that account. Now, Maggie. Firstly, I had to dock her because she made an insight check and went ahead and trusted the result. That is so out of character for her alignment. I just couldn't buy it. It was a big penalty, but the self-makeout and the elephant poop made up for it to bring her up to a 7. And lastly, what a turnaround for Matt Shimkus. He was methodical. He was straightforward. It was always the same thing. Every time it was fire. It was predictable. It was like clockwork. And he did nothing with any reflection. He didn't think about it at all. It's just whatever he decided was a good idea at the time. And for that, I'm giving Matt an 8.
Yeah, I'm going to start off with Matt and just work my way across left to right here. And I got to say, I was unimpressed at first, but then I realized that, there's kind of a dude bro thing going on there, and it really fits into his alignment. And as such, I had to give him a 5. I just thought that was a really, really well done approach, and I appreciated his work there. Maggie's work, I thought was a little sloppy at first, so I gave her a 3, but then, she got that bonus number 2, so she gets 5 points right there for Maggie. Really happy with her work. Christian, just a solid performer as always, in my opinion, and I'm not just saying that because he's right there. But I just again with that kind of performance, 5 big points to Christian. You just got to be impressed with that. And finally, 5 points to Gryffindor, just because.
They're on the board. 6 points, Gryffindor.
While I feel that Christian has improved somewhat, for the most part, I think he has just cheapened the entire experience. So I'm only giving him a 2. Matt, on the other hand, has really committed to this alignment change he's forcing on himself. And as much as it's been pleasing everybody, I went ahead and gave him a 3. But ultimately, I have to say that Maggie pulled it out in the end with a 4.
All right.
That was the end of the second round of points. And my friends, this also brings us to our halftime. So we're all going to count down to halftime. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, halftime.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is halftime. Our contestants are going to rest, but while they are resting, we are going to have a halftime show that is going to start with Stephen Thomas Walbrecht.
Yeah, we're excited to bring to you Stephen Thomas Walbrecht and his backup dancers in the Flight of the Fortnite Dances. We need way more backup dancers than this. This is also one of those moments where I'm remembering that next year I'm going to make my wife wear her glasses for the show so she can see me gesture from across the stage. Oh, more backup dancers than that.
And Stevie leads.
Ready, go.
What is the bit they're doing with the alignment?
And then this.
I don't get it either. It's not.
Oh, this is good.
And then here. It's okay.
I don't understand the bit.
Oh, whatever you want to do.
I think it's probably only confusing us.
All right, we done with halftime yet?
All right, that was the Stevie halftime performance show. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Woo! Yes. Let's go.
Now,
Let's go. Right here.
while our competitors were resting,
Say it.
Baba boy.
Woo! Yes. Nice job. Nice job. Thank you very
While
much.
our competitors are resting, we thought it would be good to
dressing
go
was
through
great.
some of the highlights of their career. And we're going to show you some of the high moments and the low moments that they have experienced in this sport so far.
You know, I think it's only appropriate to begin with Christian Doyle. You know, Christian's been a rugged competitor in Ultimate Dungeon Showdown from day one, and who could ever forget that strong performance of him back in the Helsinki Games of 2017? You remember about that one, Nathan?
I do, when he was cursed with the bursting pustules coming out of his mouth and elbows.
Yes, and yet still managed to role
Name
play.
them all, Nathan.
Still managed to role play a bard who had been struck by the ghost of Tom Petty.
That's right. Let's go to the tape.
What?
Let's go to the
You're
tape
gonna have
of
to
Christian
repeat
with
that
the
bullshit.
bursting. Go to the tape of Christian with the bursting pustules possessed by the ghost of Tom Petty.
All right.
We apologize for the technical difficulties finding that footage, but it has been acquired.
Possessed by the ghost of Tom Petty.
With bursting pustules in the mouth and elbows.
Oh. Hey, you got any weed?
That's fantastic. That was certainly a highlight. However, we also have some amazing footage and highlights from some of our other folks. I do believe we can all recall the time that Russian bombardier played by Matt Shimkus when he was in the room filled with the helium trap. Let's go to the tape.
Well, listen, it's impossible to do bombing with Russian dialect while in helium.
You know, I really do appreciate Matt's versatility as a performer. And you know, that scene, of course, that moment in his career did remind me of the year before when he was in the same encounter as a rabid Scotsman.
All right, listen up. You guys really suck, and I hate this room and this whole like helium thing.
And who can forget the third encounter he had as an Irishman where he was also forced to do a jig?
A what?
Irishman jig.
With the helium?
Yeah.
They probably thought this was
jig.
funnier.
I don't. A jig? Like this? A jig? Is this a jig? Is this what it is?
Lucky Charms.
That was fantastic. But I also remember the time
Yes.
that the curse fell on Maggie, and she was forced to blast electricity while doing the Macarena. It was the Shock-arena. Let's take a look now as she provides her own soundtrack.
I was supposed to what? Electricity?
Blast electricity, Macarena.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Macarena. And
Yeah,
Just amazing.
It's
Got
such
it.
a great trip down memory lane. I remember it like it just happened.
What?
Oh, I wasn't trying to endow anything to you right then.
Okay,
Sorry.
It's the sound goes out, not back.
Yeah.
well then, we'll speak a little more back to you.
All right.
Now, the other thing I thought was absolutely impressive was the time she was cursed to do an Asian accent in a way that was totally not offensive for a white person to do. Let's go to the tape.
No, it's okay. The footage for that was lost
Oh, that's right.
and can't be found anywhere.
Guys, you came up with a good one.
Anywhere.
All right,
at
thank
all.
you.
But you know, I do think it's fair for us to take a moment now and look at the scores and just kind of we've been doing some tabulations. We know who is in the lead.
Yeah.
And I am very impressed right now with, well, you know, let's start at the bottom. I am a little bit surprised that currently bringing up the rear, Christian Doyle with 24 points. What do you think about that, Nathan?
Well, I think Christian, as we know, is a strong competitor. I think that's going to push him to play his alignment even harder. Christian wants to win this. Christian is in this for the long haul. Christian is not to be underestimated.
Matt Shimkus, 27 points.
27. You know, I was thinking when he did not get a fighter that he might not be able to pull this off, but boy, is he in the game.
Yep.
Look at that, especially in that second encounter when he played the holy heck out of that alignment.
And right now at 30 points in the lead, Maggie Doyle.
That's right.
You know, it's been a tight game so far, only 3 points separating each one of the competitors.
It is a tight game, and it is still anybody's game. Anyone could take this. I think it's time for us to begin the second half.
And with that, it is the 2-minute warning.
Two minutes.
Wait, what?
2-minute warning.
How did we go from halftime to 2-minute warning?
Wow.
Halftime.
Fair.
Half the halftime. Okay.
We all watch sports ball. We know how it works.
Welcome back, champions.
Thanks.
You made your way through the forest of destruction, past the weeping lake of sorrow, and into the self-retrospective, the little valley. You did like a lot of thinking, a lot of just like, oh, you know what? Maybe I can be a better person by applying these to myself and actually following
But
through.
then we left the valley?
You left the valley,
Okay.
but you
Okay,
left with
we're
the
proud of that
clover of
now.
accountability. And move forward towards the Tower of Reduke. It is a very simple tower. One entrance in, one window on the main up, and one statue at the top of a weeping soul. Yet, travelers, I forgot to warn you. There are 2 guards standing outside the entrance to the Tower of Reduke.
I set him on fire. Murder by arson.
I will not lose control! I am the GM! I was the 2018 champion! I have over 500 followers on Twitter! Only 6 of them are bots! Thank you!
Why?
Thank you!
You're basic?
Amazing.
He said amazing.
Oh, he said amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Travelers!
Like, I'm basic. What?
The 2 guards have not noticed you yet,
Oh.
but they are still guarding. For what do you do? Let us see.
Okay. Look, they haven't seen us yet.
Right? Even though you're an elephant centaur?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're hidden.
Gosh, if only one of us had the stealth ability.
Yeah. Wait, that's you.
It's you.
Oh, it is stealth. Rolling for stealth.
The GM recognizes you are rolling for stealth.
Sweet.
What is your modifier?
Hey! Hey!
This might work. I don't know.
It might work. Yeah, actually.
The guards. The guards see you. They are confused, not hostile, but they just want to make sure that you are okay.
Yeah, do you guys have a bathroom in there? Because I've been walking for like 3 days.
Nice vamping by the NPCs there. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Sorry, no public
Okay, so
bathrooms,
they
and you
have
have to
to
make a
make a-
purchase first.
Good.
What do they have for sale?
The Tower of Duke is a very selective club, you see. The guard explains they hold items here to sell to anyone who has enough money to purchase, but these items are not merely swords and shields or garments to be worn or rings to be given to lovers.
Yeah, I was thinking like a Snickers.
Yeah. Something that's like a really small, easy purchase.
Yeah, you know, like whatever they have like at the counter.
I'll get that pack of gum, and then I got to use the restroom.
I think it's not a place where simple deals and transactions are made, for the deals here can only be purchased by, ephemeral things, abstract concepts.
So it's like Costco.
Like fire conjured up from nothing?
More like not the heat from a fire, but the heat and warmth that you will feel knowing that you are being loved.
I love burning stuff.
Oh, that counts. If you offer that to them, maybe you can buy your way into the Tower of Reduke and see their wares.
Okay. If I show you something that I really love, will you let me in?
Fire! Roll for the fire!
You can't burn down nothing. Will somebody please teach this young man about fire?
You show them what you can do with your flames. They enjoy it. They step They both step to the side.
See you guys.
Not to the same side.
Oh, wait.
Wait, no, we're going.
Oh.
In order to enter the Tower of Reduke, you must pay a price. Rogue, what do you have to offer? What do you love? What makes you feel?
Oh, here.
Keeper.
That's actually
All right,
so
she can go in.
romantic.
She can go in.
It's so sweet. But he gets to come in too, because I was his offering.
No, I suppose I'll just have to wait outside here. Never get into the Tower of Reduke. It's so sick.
Roll for the sneak attack.
Yes.
Sorry, guys.
No, it is positive. They're all positives.
That's all you got.
You guys do what you want. You guys do what you want. Negative action points are okay.
Yeah. You don't want to see the next encounter. Why would you? Let's stay here all day with these guys. Hey, do you know any Shakespeare?
Positive.
With the action points given, and also with your modifier knowing, you do slay the 2 guards as you enter. You walk through, and the 3 of you make it through the Tower of Reduke. As you go up the stairs,
Wait, there's stairs?
yes, it's a tower you saw from the tree line.
I thought there'd be an elevator.
I can get down on all fours, and you guys can ride my back to go up the stairs faster.
Okay.
No, I've seen what comes out of that thing. Not a chance.
It's okay. I'll just set it on fire.
Don't set the stairs on fire.
Oh, no. I mean, yeah.
Odd, isn't it, travelers? You walked into this place knowing that they have wares and things to purchase and buy, yet there are empty halls. There's not even a carpet on this floor.
That's because you can't buy love.
Travelers, you get to one of the... Stop ruining my bits.
That's what you get for writing them down.
You make it to the top floor of the tower. Right above you, you hear the cooing of pigeons, the tittling of turtle doves, and a titmouse. The birds chirp. But below you, the stone cobbled floor reeks with an eerie and unfamiliar smell. Not a smell of eggs,
How do we know it's
The
floor
smell
that
of
smells?
Drakkar.
because you can see it's like
You
stink
can see
lines. There's stink lines coming from the floor.
Oh.
But it's not like, ooh, these are stink lines. Like, ooh, these are magic lines. It's a magic floor.
Okay.
Got it.
But as you step in the room, you notice there are 4 large stones. One on the east corner, one to the south corner, one to the west corner, and one to the final corner.
Good.
And in the middle of the room, you see a circle. For travelers, it appears this is where the tower ends. Or is it?
And Nathan, you can
So should I
cut the
leave
tension
until
with a
you're done
knife in
burning
this scene.
everything?
Yeah, I think so for now anyway. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I'll just wait out.
I'm not
They'll
gonna.
get rid of the smell.
I'm not gonna write anything off the schedule. I mean, you know, it's one of those. I'm gonna start walking around the room.
Just get rid of the
Stuff.
smell.
Can I ignite the odor?
You try to spark your magic in here, mage, but for some reason your flames do not produce. What?
Oh man, I bet my sword still works.
This is BS, man. Not yet. Okay.
I would like to inspect a pillar.
Roll an inspection check. Each pillar stands taller than the last. It's a lopsided tower. But there's nothing too particular about the pillars. However, the stones look like they could be moved.
Oh.
I kick one, see if it moves.
Which stone do you kick?
This one. Kick.
Stones feel no pain. But still, I wouldn't take one for granted.
All right, I'm going to move this one.
What's in the circle? before you take all of your actions for the round.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, the circle, nothing, just another stone. A boring stone. It's pretty dull. Nothing special about that stone at all.
I'm inspecting the stone.
That one doesn't move.
All right then.
Matt, is there anything you wish to see with your magics?
Yeah.
But it's fire.
I guess I'll detect magic.
Oh, roll for detecting magic.
No magic here.
Ah, there is magic here,
There's
but
magic here.
but not the magic you used outside. There is a price to pay to come through. What you offer at the door cannot be used inside the tower.
Oh, man.
Does that mean I don't have Maggie?
Yeah, wait a minute. Does that mean I'm not here?
Good thing I got a lot
No,
of...
you're here, but look at the connection between you two. The thread that connected you two has withered and rotted away. There is nothing there.
So I don't even have a tiny thin white thread anymore?
Sorry.
But Rogue,
I always knew this day would come.
Rogue, you also lack any device and means you have of killing anyone, for that was your entry to get in. You cannot kill any longer.
Like ever?
Try it. Nothing. +5 hit points to Maggie.
I did really.
Wait, she gained hit points?
Oh, keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, come on. Hey, no, me. Oh, God. Okay, ow. Oh, okay.
You sure that doesn't hurt?
Yeah, no, it does a little
Okay,
bit.
I'm going to try a little harder.
No. Oh! Christian.
Oh.
I felt that one. I felt that one on the floor. I felt that.
Gaining hit points is hard work.
I could probably use a few extra.
Later.
Okay, cool.
All right.
You know what I like?
Yeah, you all get hit points. What you used to get, it doesn't. Are you okay, Matt? You want a Gatorade?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I'll give you a Gatorade. Ah. But the stones can still be moved.
Yeah, I want to move them.
Oh, which stone do you move first?
And the one I was going to move, this one. We're moving. Moving. Yeah, this is good.
She likes to move it.
I like to move it.
The stone moves to the center, right next to the other stone.
Good.
They seem nice there, like it was meant to be.
Oh.
What do you do next, travelers?
Well, I don't want to take this opportunity for granted.
Do you need any hit points?
Thank you. And I'm going to move this stone over that way.
Oh.
Move it. Oh, easy.
That's good.
A gentle move, and then I'll roll it back up. Right back. Yeah.
You know, I gotta say, Nathan, it's that kind of dedication to a pratfall that I really appreciate about our fans.
That's right.
The stone stays in place, but there are 2 left.
Well, I guess I'll try and move one to the middle.
And can we just at the same time?
Of course.
Yeah. You got this.
Right.
Yeah. This is good. Wait, there's one more. All right, yeah.
Probably in some kind of a line. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think
You set each stone from north to south to east to west, with the stone in the middle and a single file eye formation.
It's like a thread.
Yeah.
Oh, very perceptive, Maggie. You set the stones in that formation, nothing happens.
Oh, man.
All right.
It is as if the doves and the turtle doves in that one titmouse mock you with their thrills and coos from above.
All right, I'm moving.
When I get my firepower back.
I'm going to try and move them into a north, south, east, west formation.
Oh!
All right,
So I'm moving this
here we go.
stone.
This way.
Right here.
And then you come over here.
If there were another red bird up there, it would be a cardinal, like the directions. As the stones move, they stay there. Nothing happens. The birds up from above continue to mock you.
Oh, man,
Tweedledee,
birds.
tweedledee, tatali, titmouse.
The tit Titmouse.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe if we move them all to one side.
Let's try that.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody, all the stones over this way.
Move it, stones. Move it, stones. You stay there.
As
Circle.
you continue this endeavor, you realize that moving all the stones to one side of this lopsided tower tends to make it unlopsided.
Oh.
Yet still, nothing happens. It's as if the birds have witnessed Icarus fall from the sun himself. They with the wings and Icarus with his melted feathers below crashed among the rocks and the beaches. They laugh at thee.
Jesus.
All right, front, back,
that is.
this way.
All right. Yeah.
All the way
you,
over,
You
all
two,
the way
all
over.
the way over. And you two all the way to the side.
You move the stones again, and from above, with the birds perched upon the statue of Reduke, look down on you and tweet in disdain and disgust as nothing happens as you move the stones.
Can I
In
throw
This
this
explanation is taking forever.
I know, but all the things up above you are laughing at you as you move the stones around.
Maybe we all need to. Maybe it's us that need to move. Maybe we need to move ourselves.
Can I stand in the circle?
You stand in the circle. You are a little bit taller as you stand in the circle. It's as if the statue of Reduke seems to be just in reach of you, but still far enough. You are about Carmelone distance away.
That's like 8 feet.
Let's stack the stones on top of each other.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Let's do
okay.
that. Okay.
Sorry, bud.
Here we go. You get in first. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Good
good.
stone. Thank you.
That's good.
All right.
That's good. And
Then you stack right here.
Yeah.
And
good,
you come on
good.
over here.
Come on. Yep.
Come on.
Yes.
And you're on top, Stone. There we go.
You know, Nathan, it's moments like this, part of me feels sorry for Steve. And then the other part remembers him mocking me incessantly when this happened to me last year.
Okay. Dang.
Travelers, you figured it out. After your lessons on stone stacking, you yurtled those turtles. And after doing so, you realize the statue is in reach. If you were able to climb upon the statues one by one to get to the Tower of Reduke, maybe something might change.
I'll climb on up.
Yeah, we climb.
Yeah, sure.
You ascend to
I've
the...
got elephant legs. I'll be on the bottom.
Okay.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
You climb up to the top. When you get to the...
Yeah, you guys go on up there. There's nothing
trust me.
nothing dangerous is going to
Don't
happen
worry,
to you up
Matt.
there.
We can do this with three. We try it at home all the time.
All right.
Thank you, Stones. You guys are good. As you reach the top, the statue of Reduke stands before you.
The statue of Reduke.
Statue of Reduke.
The statue
of Reduke stands before you.
Okay.
As you approach it, the details stick out even more. It's as if the statue is actually shedding tears.
Am I able to hurt again and kill?
No.
Okay, those birds are going to have to live then.
Yeah.
You even see the birds flip you themselves.
Can I magic missile one of the birds? Because that's not fire.
It is not fire.
I
but
magic missile the birds.
You try to fire it off. The calming feeling by being surrounded by the statue.
Can I suffocate the bird?
You may try. Roll to catch a bird.
And we don't even care about the statue. We're just mad at those
9.
birds.
Positive.
Oh, thank you.
1.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are these all positive?
Oh, fine. It just stung really bad.
You catch one bird. You catch one bird. You reach up with your hand, and as the birds flutter away, you're able to grab one.
Oh, yeah.
And as you bring your hand down, it was just a little baby. It doesn't know how to fly yet. It's a baby blood.
Ozzy! Ozzy!
Was it mocking us?
It was a baby.
Was it mocking us?
Its parents were, but the baby had nothing. It was just born yesterday.
It was just born
Its doula
yesterday.
was a chipmunk.
That's like bird. Think of it like veal for birds.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm going for it.
Roll to kill the baby bird.
Boy, this is incredible. I have heard of choking a chicken, but this is very different.
14.
They're not going to let you kill a little bird.
They're not going to let you do that.
I was feeling James from Metaverse, like when he killed the baby dinosaurs. I was feeling it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You squeeze and squeeze.
But the bird's...
And the bird gets away.
It suddenly learns to fly.
And yeah.
I've just created my nemesis, winning.
Before you is the statue of Reduke.
Oh!
Oh, hi.
Its
it's
eyes,
crying.
its hands cover its eyes as it looks very, very, very mournful. It is sorrowful.
This means
It is
something
crying.
else.
But as you get closer, you notice that it almost shivers. There's a coldness that,
Oh, yep.
placing the garment upon the statue, the stone begins to crack.
Oh, it's getting warmer.
I tried to set the shirt on fire to
There
warm
you
it up
go,
faster.
buddy.
You set the shirt. Rose has set the shirt on fire.
Yes. 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 You get some arson. You get some arson. You get some. We all get arson.
And to help the healing process, I'm going to give him hit points.
Wait, oh, gotcha.
Right, to help the healing process, I'm going to give him hit points.
Nice.
Oh, God. Oh.
Steve, I want you to know how much I care about you. And what a good friend you always have been to me. But I have it on really good authority. This isn't going to do any damage at all.
Honey.
And it, should I use something else, something softer?
Just don't hit him quite so hard.
As hard as I hit you?
Not quite that
Oh,
hard.
I won.
Okay,
I won.
yeah,
I
all
like
right.
Steve.
I know.
Oh, the action points have been received. With the 6 action points, you start to ignite, but remember, the garment is magic and no ordinary magic will suffice
My
in this.
fire is magical.
But Matthew,
Yeah.
have you forgotten?
Maybe.
The price you paid to enter stays at the door.
Well,
I've got it.
I get out my lighter.
No. I've got an idea. I run downstairs and I bring back the door.
Yeah.
I see nothing wrong with the actions. If your party members will allow you to take these multiple actions, you will not need to roll at all.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
The rogue swifts off, goes down the statue, goes out the door. The guard's still dead, takes the door, brings the door back up.
Good.
All right.
Here we go. Fire!
Oh, yeah.
On the statue, right?
Yeah. Come on.
Here's the statue.
Come on.
No, I brought the door so we have our powers. This will hurt you now.
I know.
And since I'm trying to heal you, I'm not doing that. Because it would kill him now if I.
But I am going to burn him down.
Fire! That's true.
And the birds.
And the birds.
Oh, birds.
And the titmouse.
To warm him.
The titmouse left.
I'm going to give him a kiss.
The rogue approaches the unpetrified person underneath the statue. As more of the stone falls away, revealing a beautiful old man. The most beautiful old man you've ever seen.
Grandpa.
Benjamin Button.
His name, Reduke.
Oh, hey,
But
man.
you can call him Daddy. Because that's what he looks like.
Daddy Duke.
Daddy Duke.
We freed you.
Thank you, heroes.
No props.
My children, you have grown up to be so powerful, and I am so proud of what you have become.
We're related?
Reduke is our dad?
Yeah, I don't.
That is right, travelers. For you have done this quest. You have put the garment of Reduke and freed him. Gave him a kiss so he knows what touch is. Showed him the very, very thin line between life and death. and also gave him warmth and heat. For Reduke, now revived, now reinvigorated, now powerful, with the garment of arrows, flies off into the morning sun, because that Lich King will bring destruction upon everyone in this land. You freed him.
All right.
Mission accomplished.
So now that we're brother and sister, you have to sleep in a different tent.
Okay.
Congratulations, followers.
Did you guys know you're part cyborg?
You are.
Mission completed.
That means you're also part.
What an amazing finish! I did not see that coming. Did you see that coming, Chris?
No, I actually wasn't watching.
Judges, can we get the final score?
Absolutely. I have to say that started off as a rockin' encounter. There will be no more rock puns during my explanation.
Good, because they groan.
We're going to start again on a clean slate.
All right. Firstly, fantastic on Maggie for figuring out the puzzle and both stacking the rocks and putting the shirt on arrows. Fantastic, but I have to say, her not strangling the bird, that was bullshit. And I gave Maggie a 7. Matt Shimkus was playing that alignment. No one in this match has played their alignment as well as Matt Shimkus. He tried to burn the shirt. He tried to use fire every opportunity. He forgot that he couldn't use fire. It was fantastic. And as a judge, we are in charge of the courts that determine his score, which I say is a 9. But lastly, Christian came out strong, playing his alignment with the guards, whining, and then turned around with a fantastic backstab, and it was just igneous when he grabbed the door. I couldn't believe how smart that was, and to follow it off with the kiss of Eros, I'm giving Christian a 10 for that encounter. Boy, that was sure a punishing ordeal.
No, absolutely, Nathan. Getting through it quickly, I'm just going to show the scores. Once again, I just felt that Matt, with his consistency there, got to go with 5 points for Matt. That was just spot on. Mags, it was tough. It was tough to figure out the balancing act this time, but when you put it all together, 5 big points for Maggie. Really impressed with her work. Christian, who somehow I misspelled his name, even though my name is in his name, 5 points for Christian right there. The Titmouse, 5 big points for that Titmouse.
Whoa, foul on the play.
5 points for Arson, because I think that really just showed up well today. And I gotta give Nathan 5 points for all those puns, because that was really masterful work.
I have to say,
Gryffindor gets 5 points too.
I have to say, Matt is very impressive. This has just been an amazing show of fire throughout the out. I'm giving him a full 8 for that. Maggie has continued to bring throughout, and it was pretty stable here, but I'm giving her a 7. But this time around, Christian really pulled out all the stops and
the doors.
added value to the entire experience and was absolutely not cheap at all with his 10.
Hey.
Also, 15 points for all of the NPCs because this has been pretty good performance for me.
All right, fantastic. And as we continue, finish tabulating the points, we will reveal to the characters their alignments. Firstly, Matt Shimkus, you were lawful stupid. Fantastic. Well done. Well done.
Stupid.
Lawful
Yes.
stupid.
Maggie, you were neutral gullible.
Neutral gullible.
Fantastic. And Christian, you ended up with chaotic angsty. So, well done. Well done.
Figure it out.
We have the final score.
Oh, I'm gonna love this. So, I'm not kidding when I say this. So we are proud to announce, as the judges, that this year's champion with 49 points is Matt Shipkiss. Additionally, this year's champion with 49 points is Maggie Doyle. Additionally, this year's champion with 49 points, I'm not making this stuff up, is Christian Doyle. We have a three-way tie for first place.
Wait a minute. You legitimately got a three-way tie?
Legitimately.
Yeah. This game is supposed to be fixed. Just a little peek behind the curtain.
I've never been so happy in my life. However, we're almost out of time, and we should celebrate with the last folks who haven't had a chance to come play with us yet.
Yeah. Come on up, guys.
The champion circle.
Congratulatory,
Yes,
congratulatory shakes, congratulatory shakes. Yeah. Congratulate the winners. Congratulate the
You know, we've done a lot of dance parties. I don't think we need to do a dance
Congratulations,
party right
You're
now.
champion. You're champion.
We're all
Congratulations, you're all
champions
champions.
today.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're all champions.
I like this.
Congratulations.
This is
Let's
great.
congratulate
Yeah,
the
no,
winners.
all
this is
champions.
At the end of the day, Nathan, I think we all won or lost today.
Congratulations, you're all champions.
I believe I both won and lost. More lost than won.
Although you did come out with 5 points.
I did come out with 5 points, which I did not go in with.
This is true. This is true.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And now, we bring you the dance party,
Congratulations.
doing Stevie and the Fortnite Dancers. Here we go.
Get up there, Stevie. I want to see some chromio. Let's do it.
How,
You know,
I can't.
that's all we got. I don't play Fortnite.
You know, it's moments like this, everybody, where I think we can agree that we just watched something for 2 hours.
Can anyone do the thing?
Have a great day!
Have a great day. We'll see you at Booth 100. We'll see you at Gen Con next year. Check us out on twitch.tv/ZombieOrpheus. Or just Zombie Orpheus anything. And once again, this is Christian Doyle, Matt Shimkus, Maggie Doyle, Steve Walbrecht, Keeson Holt, Nathan Rice. My name is Chris Odie. We are just excited to be here. And Mike Leonard, thank you for being one of our judges.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good con. Thank you so much.